Well, howdy folks. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I know. I'm slacking. I can give you a million excuses. I basically just got one. I work a lot. So, anyway, trying not to kick you around here too much. What you're looking at here is the oil pump on this 74 TC-125. And I'm hoping you can see it. Yeah, you can see it down there. See that fuel sitting down the bottom, the oil? This thing is leaking. And it is driving me insane. Because I've made this line, one of the two, I can't remember which now. It's been so long since I've worked on this thing. But I thought I had it all fixed. It's got all new fiber washers in there. And I noticed, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can zoom in here. This is kind of a pain here. I'm trying to, okay, yeah, you can see it. Let me use a screwdriver here. You see right there, that nut, all right, little screw. There's a plate underneath there. And I was looking at it when I got it jacked up here. And I noticed there was a drip of fuel on it. But if you also notice, and you can see it in the picture, right here, and I think right there, let me see, let's stick the old fat finger in here. Yeah, it's kind of got a little bit of oil on it. You know, I really just for the life of me can't figure out where the heck this thing is leaking from. I do, courtesy of a Dale Swagger. Dale, if you're watching this, please don't kill me for butchering your last name. Which, if I don't forget, I'll put a link to his videos because, trust me, I am no Dale. Anyway, what we got here is the ferrule. If you can see it, tiny little plastic thing right there where my thumb is. That goes in here. Let me move you back up. There you can see it. That goes in here. I didn't even know I was missing that. I couldn't even find the part for the life of me, but thank you, Dale, for giving me a link to Rocky Mountain bikes, parts, Rocky Mountain something or other. I'll put a link. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what the heck is leaking. So, and this thing is not the funnest thing to get out. So, and as you can see, that's fairly tight. That's the bleeder. This is just one of the screws to put it in here, and that's snug. There is another one right back in the very back there. I don't know if you can see them. I'm trying to keep the light and do this at the same time. That's tight. I don't remember what size that is. Maybe an 8 mil. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, 8 mil. So I think it's an 8 mil. Let me look at the socket. Yep, 8 mil. All right, so that's fairly on there tight. And that is on there tight. Maybe it's just wasn't tight enough. I don't know. Or what I don't get is if it was leaking from back here, or can you see? I gotta keep moving here. Let me zoom you out a little bit. There we go. If it's leaking from back here, I don't know if you can tell in the video. There's a fiber washer sits in the back here, fiber washer back here. There's one on the bleeder, and there is two up here. And I think if I can get my head in there without moving you around. Whoa, sorry. Okay, so there is a crush washer on both sides, not crush washer, but a fiber washer on both sides. Now, if you bear with me here, look, move you around here a sec. I could be way off, but if in order, where did I just use my pointer at? Okay, if I've got fuel sitting, or oil sitting here on the outside of this, that would imply that it is leaking from up above and dripping down. Well, I know that hose right here where my finger is, that's all brand new. Not to say that it couldn't be leaking, but it's all brand new. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I really know. I'm telling you, I'll tell you right now, the reason why this thing sits here is because I've been so freaking aggravated with it that I'm half tempted to just put it on Marketplace and sell it. So yes, it runs. It does run. As a matter of fact, that carb there looks pretty near identical. It says Mikuni. I'm sure it's a Chinese knockoff. This bike will not run with that carb on it. So I'm going to put this carb back on it. One of the original carbs. I think it's the original one on this. I have a 75 TS-125 out back, and I kind of borrowed the carb off of it when I was doing some testing. So, and I know the bike runs. You guys have heard the bike run. I had compression issues, which ultimately was my compression tester. And so here we are. You know, I need to do something with this thing. I need to get it running. Need to start working back on it. Get some motivation on it. It's just been like one of those cursed bikes. I've never, well, can't say never, you know, other than my Trailmaster 80, which I need to revisit for a multitude of reasons on that thing. I mean, it runs. I just gotta work on the shifting mechanism. But anyway, back to this little sucker. I don't know where it's leaking from. I'm puzzled, because if it's on the outside of these screws right here, that would imply that it's dripping from above, and it's not dripping from above. So, you know, and there's a screw. I don't know if you can. Let me see if I can turn you back down. Let's see if I can get you right there. You ain't gonna be able to see it, I know. Zoom out. But you can see where the screwdriver is. Where I'm pointing the tip at where the oil feed line comes in, and I'm trying to see if I see any oil. If I put the screwdriver up underneath here, I don't know, maybe a drop? I don't know. I honestly just don't know. But I know if I roll this thing around in the garage, which I've been doing forever now because it's in my way for this, in my way for that, and I just keep moving it around, I notice that it'll leak more oil. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to find clues, you know, as to what the heck is up with this thing. So, anyway, with that said, let me jerk you around and move you all over the place and see if you can see what I'm doing. Let me get you up here. I'm sitting off to the right of you. Okay, well, I can't see the screen, so, but you can see the screen. All right, so what I need to do now is get this little, of course, I think I've got every tool that I need, and then I don't. So let me grab a pair of needle nose pliers. Alright, so let's move this up, get this out of here. I have no idea how this little ferrule goes in here, but we're about to find out. I mean, it's not that it leaks a ton, but it does leak. So, I would like to get that resolved. Okay, so here is the tiny little ferrule, and let's see, does it go in like that? I have no idea how this thing is supposed to go in here. I'm being perfectly honest with you. So if we put this over like that, it does go in there, and then we take and turn that. I'll tell you what, you need small freaking fingers. That's not gonna work. Well, let's try this again. Put that down in there. Ooh. One of those. Well, isn't this challenging? And I'm sure back in the day these were not plastic. So, okay, it definitely goes that way. So try to keep some tension on it. Well, yeah, I know you guys are just sitting there laughing at me. That's okay. I can't hear that. All I can hear is my fan in the background, my heater. It's starting to get a little chilly here in Indiana. Okay, let's see if I can hold it there. I get it? I got it. He's in there. Woohoo! I got lucky. I'm a lucky dog. Okay, so let me get. Yeah, that's a huge sigh if you heard that. Let me spray some of this in there. Carb cleaner, no. Brake parts cleaner. Man, that smells good. Let me get a paper towel, or two, or three. We're gonna shove it in there and try to clean that up a bit. You know, one of these days, I'm going to buy me a motorcycle lift. Because one of these days, I'm going to be too old to be sitting around crawling on this floor. But that day has not come yet, guys. So here we are, sitting on the floor, sitting right along with me. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Well, I still have no idea where it's leaking from, but I tightened things up a little bit. Now, that one screw that I was pointing at, one nut, that sits up in there, you gotta take this whole thing out in order to get to that, which I was trying to avoid. And you know what? Crap, and I mean crap. Good thing I caught that. That's got to come back out because that cable has got to go on the other side of that wire. Well, that was easy. So let's pull this back up. Let's pull that back down. Let's do this again, guys. Whoa, there it is. Yeah. I'm sure you can see in this video just all the freaking spider webs and dust webs and everything this thing's got on it. I feel bad. No, I don't. I don't feel bad. But, and there's always a but, I have something maybe new coming. I don't even know if I'll get this video out in time. Let's see if I can just push that back into there. Okay, so yeah, that's good. There is, I don't know if you can see in the video, you might be able to. Here's the cable. And it was sitting underneath one of these oil feed lines. And you definitely don't want that. So if I pull the trigger, let's see here. Let me pull the trigger. Oh yeah, you can see it moving now. Cool. That's pretty exciting. Okay, so we've cleaned that out. We're gonna let it sit. Is this thing in gear? Yeah, it's in gear. Ooh. I'm just trying to move that back wheel, see if we can get any kind of oil coming down. I don't see anything. So, all right. That was exciting. So, okay, what are we going to do next? Let's see here. I'm going to try keep you in the view here. Yeah, I got a GoPro. I never use it. I use my whatever this camera is. What is this camera? Oh, it's a Canon. Probably have to see what other people are using. But let's take this off. Yeah, the other I have done. Well, it's been so long since I've done a lot of things on this bike. Other than sit here and look at it and be annoyed with it. I shouldn't have that attitude, right? These are supposed to be fun. I don't remember if this slide is for this carb. I think it is. I bet you I still got the, and I'll have to check tomorrow. It's dark out now, and I could get ate by Bigfoot on the way out to the Harbor Freight shed. I probably got that slide still attached to that cable out there in the garage. That'd be my guess. I don't know. So let's. I got two-stroke in there. These things are the biggest pain in the butt. To get out. It's out. Spring's out. Let me throw this in this plastic bag here. That carburetor's junk. I did ascertain that this bike will not run with this carb on it. So that is all out of there. This, which, let me reach across here, see if I can kind of see my screen. This is the original carb and slide. And rubber doohickey boot. Okay, so we got that, we got that. Come on, slide. Okay. Let me go ahead and take. I want to take that off? Let's leave it on there. Let me see if I can get it off the original one. You know, there's supposed to be a washer in here. Oh, there it is. You know, I went to go to Little Caesars tonight. Get a pizza. I think they're closed. I was rather depressed. I was really kind of looking forward to some pizza. But have no fear. I have I think a DiGiorno's that I will make up tonight. Okay, so that's that. That'll work. So let's take. You got that little thing there. Got to remember how that goes. This little thing right inside there. Okay, let's pull that down. Whoa, about shot you guys right in the head. That would not be good. That would not be cool. Oh. Somebody really needs to invent a better method for this. Because it sucks. Probably put some fresh gas or something in here. Everything reeks. Oh, great, Greg. Put that over there where you can't reach it. Whoa! There went my needle. Let's get that back in there. See, the trick is to leave enough of that down there so you can get that through that hole into there like that. Pull it up, and then you got to get that plate down in there, and there's a slot which you can't see because my big fingers, fat head. That's got to go down in that slot too. Oh, that's still in there. Yep. Okay, and then I might could try to move that around once it's seated down in there with that spring, but that needs to go. Not that way. Let's see if I can get this thing to turn. Let me get a tiny screwdriver. See if I can get it down in there and turn that thing. Where is my tiny screwdriver? I don't think it's down in here. Well, I see it. Trying to get it go down the slot. That should be it, but that's not sitting flush. Alright. I don't really want to fight with this third eternity. Maybe it's going to go a little bit more. Pardon me while I dork with this. It should be pretty much lined up, but I don't see it down there. Give it a wiggle. Let me look at something here. This is the other part of the junk, which I could probably use for parts. That should fit down. If I get it in here, I'll show you. Yeah, see how that's sitting down in there? That's how that one's got it sitting down in there. And it's not sitting down in there. It's close. Unless it's hitting that cable, which is possible. I think it's down in there. I think it's there. Can't really tell from underneath it. Maybe you can. Let me put the other one back in the other one. You like that? Put the other one back in the other one? That is some technical terms there. Well, I mean, you can kind of see it. And you see what I'm talking about there? That little whatever sticking down in there. And I'm not seeing it. But from up here, maybe it's not down there. Maybe I gotta keep turning it. What the heck, why not? Yeah, I know. No. Well, I could always pause you and bring you right back once I got this stupid thing down in the hole, which I may end up doing because this is really annoying. It's right there. I mean, I see it. It's right there. Why is it not dropping down that slot? We don't want this thing popping up on us. I kind of see it. Looks like it's got to go that way a little bit. You would think it would just drop right down that slot. Hold on a second. Well, that only took me a minute, only because I'm a dork, and let me show you. This thing here, that thing right there, my fat finger's out of the way. What you want to do is put your spring over your cable, drop your cable down through the holes in there, and then drop this in. Not the way I had it, because like I said, it's been a minute. I haven't done a whole lot of wrenching. So anyway, so now you can see, if you can see down there, it's sitting down in there. So we're all good. Alright, let me get this dust webs out of the way here. Let's get to taking this carb off. I'm keeping an eye. I'm keeping an eye on that oil thingy. Whatever. Pump. That's the right word. Reach over here and loosen these. That's a 12 mil, by the way, if you're wondering. You may not be wondering. I'm just loosening a bolt from the other side instead of getting up, you know, so I can wear my knees out even more. Now, since the carb is junk, well, what I perceive to be junk, because like I said, I cannot get this bike to run with this carb. I've dorked and dorked and dorked with it, and I can't get it to run. So, I still may be able to use the float bowl gasket. You know, maybe not. I guess I could look before I put the other carb on, right? That'd probably be a logical thing to do. I mean, carbs aren't the hardest to take off and on, so okay. And this one is. Tell you what I can do is I think I did replace that washer gasket. I can't tell. But what I can do is not have my knife on me and pry this one out and put this one in the new carb, or the old the new carb, the old original carb. This one still feels, I know you can't see me, I've got it down here on my lap so I can get it out. Yeah, that one still feels pretty rubbery, but I'll throw it in the box with the old crap carb. I don't remember these things leaking, so for the time being, I'm not going to mess with that, with taking it out. My God, I blow this floor out in here constantly. But I am going to steal off this drain. So that fits perfect. Alright, so here you go. This is the, I'm pretty sure this is the original carb. I mean, they're identical. I honestly, guys, I just don't remember if it is or not. I tried to keep them together, which I did have them together, and all they've done is sit and collect a gazillion cat hairs and other crap. So I do have to come over here on this side to put this screw on. This nut, sorry, nut. You know, you guys watch my channel enough, you know I'm always calling screws, nuts, bolts, whatever. This one you just kind of gotta get the nut in there, which is the proper term, and kind of get your finger up under it and over the top and kind of get it going, because otherwise you'll never get it on. Okay, so that one's on. Let's come back over here. I'll put this one on. I doubt I'm going to try to fire this thing up tonight. I'm actually kind of hungry, so I may continue this. But anyway, I don't know. I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing yet. Top secret. Well, what I can say though is, I think I've mentioned in previous videos that I have my house for sale. And I do have it for sale. And I have an offer on it. Actually, it's under contract. So, the problem is, that old domino effect thing with buying a house or selling your house, the people who are buying my house need to sell their house. And I thought my house was listed for a lot. Their house is listed for even more. So, with that said, I will show you here in a minute what I'm talking about. I have a ton of stuff packed up, and which is a real pain in the ass, because then every time I need something, it's like, okay, yeah, I did mark my boxes, but I got stuff everywhere. I got a lot of stuff, lots of stuff, and it's like tonight I decided to mess with this. When you put this in, when you put your slide down, this piece right here is where your idle adjustment screw is going to go in. So you want to make sure you get that down in the right position. Otherwise your slide doesn't like to work. Did I get in there the first time? Did I? Did I? Did I? I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe not. Did I get down there? No. That turned on me. You can see the screw right here where my fat finger is. Just line that slot up with that and drop it down. And if it doesn't turn, your slide should go all the way down, like so. And then you commence to screwing the top down. And why is that getting that? Oh, because that needs to go up under there. And that needs to go down there. And why is that? There we go. Okay, so, and I know you can't see in there, but I'm kind of sticking my finger in there to see if that slide's going up and down, which it doesn't feel like it is. And it is. That's the old finger test, and I know there is a joke there somewhere. All right, guys. Let me get you a close-up. Who doesn't like a close-up? Let me turn my flashlight on the other side. Oh my God, I just blinded myself. I cannot see now. All right, I'm lifting you up. We're going in. Okay, so you can see there is, at the moment, let's see if I can move my flashlight here. There is no fuel down there. There's no fuel on anything. Let's see if it stays that way. So, anyway, yeah, let me bring you up. Ooh. Boxes. Boxes, boxes, boxes. Lots of boxes. And I still got a ton of crap I haven't boxed up. So, yeah, it's been kind of frustrating because I don't know if I'm coming or going. And, you know, I've had other offers and people want immediate possession, which that ain't going to happen. You know, I just got too much crap. I'm trying to be clearing up stuff, throwing away crap that I've had sitting here for years that I'm not using. I figure, well, if I ain't used it by now, I probably ain't going to use it. So the problem is, part of the problem is I got 10 bikes. So, and you've seen all of them in these videos. You've seen the TS-125 maybe when I first got it. So yeah, a little conundrum with moving all my crap. But anyway, you know, so that's been the holdup with a lot of stuff with work, my regular job, and then roasting, my other job. I'm just super busy, and then trying to pack some of this stuff up. I just really haven't had time to focus on anything, and I apologize. But anyway, I may go ahead and throw this up, you know, to put something out there. I haven't put anything out in a while, but I've got maybe tomorrow something coming. So we'll see. We'll see how tomorrow shapes up, Ted. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I know this wasn't a whole lot, but I'll bring it back. We did get the little ferrule, the little plastic ferrule thing in there, and we cleaned that out, tightened some more things up. We're going to see if it leaks. Put the original carb back on, original slide, and maybe tomorrow I'll get I got to round up my fuel tank thingy, get some premix made up, and we'll see if we can get this thing fired up. So maybe that'll be in part 2 to this, and then we can continue doing some other things on this thing, like fixing the turn signal thing there, which I fixed. If you didn't notice in the last video, it was hanging loose. So anyway, I'm yammering. I will yak at you and see you guys here soon. Toodles!